Hello. I have three great speakers today. One, it's our wonderful host, Linda. Please come. An applause, please, for her. Now she changes. She's our speaker, okay? After this, she continues and is a host, please.
Okay, thank you.
And now, Kamila, please.
Thank you.
And now, Simone.
Thank you.
Nice to having you here today. Thank you. I'm going to present these three great speakers, just to know. Linda Pereira, it's a global communicator and program director, CNN commentator, president of ACD, Associação para a Cooperação Económica, Desenvolvimento e Internacionalização, winner of international prizes in business and marketing. And I could say more, but we are short of time, so we have to continue. Okay, but we already know that Linda, it's amazing, and she's a great communicator. Then we've got Kamila Sitwell. She's a strategy expert leading innovation projects, creator of new categories, award-winning brands, and patents sustainable packing technology. She's a co-founder of Algarve Women's Network. She lives here, very near. And she's a business columnist in the Portugal News. Also, she is a creator of Colibri drinks and has got more than 20 years of experience as a category strategist at transforming brands and business. Okay? And we also have with us Simone Franke from Germany. She lives in Lisbon and loves Portugal. She started her career as a journalist with a decade of experience in multiple countries. Now she's a community builder and expert, entrepreneurship and team management. She is also a co-founder of SheSapiens. It's a community, a female community. Okay, so after this we can continue with a few questions, important questions that I think you would like to hear about. My notes, I did my homework a little bit. So first of all, I would like to ask to Kamila, because I'm curious. I saw your LinkedIn, of course, and I saw something that I would like you to explain better. We can read at first, herfreedombusiness.com. What does it mean, Kamila?
Okay. So thank you for having me. It's an absolute privilege to be here. I am founder of Her Freedom Business. You can see it's targeted to women. And Algarve Women's Network, which is the largest community of professional international women in this region. So we've grown organically over the last 12 months from 30 women to 1,300, and we're growing at 10% a month. It's completely organic. We don't even have a website. It's on Facebook. We meet every 2-3 weeks. We run special sessions for women, female entrepreneurs in this region to raise their entrepreneurial skills, anything from AI, social media marketing, sales, personal branding. Because the women who are here, the international women, do you know that 9 out of 10 of them had to transition and pivot their career to be able to live in this amazing country? So we took this brave step to relocate our families to Portugal. And very often our partners continue doing what they used to do previously, maybe online, maybe in a slightly different way, with frequent visits to London, Berlin, or our home countries. but we had to reinvent ourselves. So I find it really amazing that the women in the Algarve now, the expat community, is getting younger and younger, and that means those women have to work. We are not here to retire. The average age of women in my community is 45 years old this year. So that is, no, we're not quite done. We want to make an impact. We want to make a difference. And we want to do, for the first time in our lives, what is in line with our passion and our skill set.
Good, good. It's fantastic to have this community in the Algarve to help women and to support them.
Correct.
Yes.
But it's really interesting because this has been happening only for a year. And I'm very active on social media, and I've been writing a lot of reports and articles for the Portugal News about women in Portugal, entrepreneurship in Portugal. I lead with stats and data, so it's all backed up with information. And when I publish it on my LinkedIn community, which is extensive, I had, hundreds of women from around the world reaching out saying, I want that lifestyle. I want to live like that, but I need to change my career and pivot to be able to provide for that lifestyle. And so it's like two platforms. Her Freedom Business, which is helping women who are still stuck in a corporate career on a hamster wheel, trying to change their lives, aspiring to have the life we have in.
Yes.
And then the Algarve community that has made that transition, and they are in the best place to advise, coach, and guide those women.
Yes, great, Kamila. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now I would like to ask to Linda Pereira, much experience in this area. How do you see the role of women in the business world today?
Oh, what a big
because you have a big experience, so you can see.
It's a big question. Women are truly transforming the way that companies do business, be it as founders themselves. For example, in Portugal, over the last 3 years, women founding business has increased 150%. So it's a lot. But we're living in a world where the natural talents of women, allied to the number of graduates coming out of universities being mostly women. So we are currently at 65% average of women graduating from university. 65% is a lot. And it is predicted by 2030, 75% of all middle management, all will be women. Okay, so we're looking at a world where the natural talents of women, actually, women have great emotional intelligence. Women are very inclusive and normally have greater, and it's not a criticism, it's a natural thing. It's cultural, it's educational. Women are more aware of mental wellness, of work-life balance. I work with leaders, so I know that they are aware of this. So the way that we look at leadership today is different. We want leaders who are empathetic, who are sensitive, who are aware of the world around them, and are not divided from the world by the middle management. And so it is tailor-made for women reaching the leadership roles. So I work in approximately 145 countries, and wherever I go, this is what I'm seeing. Women reaching leadership positions because they have natural talents as coordinators. So I think this is good. I would like to see a lot more women in science and tech, but I'm happy that they are leading companies that are creating jobs. Because talent has no gender. That's crap. Talent is talent, okay? But if we all have the capacity, we all have different capacities. So if men will have more capacities for maths and tech, I'm happy with that. As long as coordinating that and contributing to that,
and together,
there are women.
We can do better.
The Chinese have this great expression, is that women hold up half of the sky, okay? So we have to hold half the sky, okay?
Yes, good. Now, this question is for Simone. Because she has a great project that calls SheSapiens. It's a community, a female community. And tell us more about, please.
Okay. First of all, thank you for having me, and especially also thank you for all the men that are sitting here in the audience, because I don't take it for granted. Thank you for listening to us and to these powerhouses here sitting next to me. It's an honor to be here because I remember very well 5 years ago, I was actually looking up to these ladies here on my right. So it's an honor to be here. So SheSapiens is actually not a little project anymore. It's a social enterprise. We are a female entrepreneur community in Europe. We are currently in 6 countries, and we are the largest female entrepreneur community in Portugal. The way we operate is not that we come from the top and we tell people, this is how you have to run your entrepreneurial journey. We are a bottom-up community, which means that we empower different leaders in different cities to actually take on leadership roles and to foster the local ecosystem. So SheSapiens tries to redefine the entrepreneurial journey, because we think that the way we look on entrepreneurship today, and especially for women, doesn't work out anymore. We need a vision on entrepreneurship which is holistic, which is heart-led, and which is purpose-driven. So I can't imagine better people than women to actually take this to the forefront and make this change happen. And since Portugal is such an amazing hub for entrepreneurship, for innovation, for health tech, we started here, and I'm super proud to be here. 2 weeks ago, I was sitting exactly in your chair. I was coming to the Digital Nomad World Fest, and it shows something very important. Portugal is not anymore just a country of Portuguese people.
No.
Portugal is an inclusive hub, and we have to learn how to create more inclusive solutions. So SheSapiens actually trying to achieve that. We are having women from all different kind of nationalities at one table, practice active listening to hear what are their challenges, where do they have opportunities, and where can we bring locals closer together to foreigners. So this is more or less our vision, but much more to say. And again, thank you for having me.
Yes, good. Thank you. Another great project that supports women and helps them for Portuguese and foreigners. So if you want to know more, you can go to the website. Yes? Okay.
Correct.
Now, this question is for Kamila. What do you think are the biggest challenges to the woman in Portugal to run business?
Well, I think,
The
and
difference.
I sort of mentioned this, I think women
Yeah.
have to transition,
Yeah.
they completely pivot their careers
Yes.
to be able to live in this country. So we come here for the lifestyle, and then we realize we have to make money as well, and our previous career paths don't apply. So we have to very quickly set up businesses which are remote first, and that takes skill set. Many of our women have previously been working for FMCG, big companies, lawyers, accountants. And right now they have to know how to network, how to create personal brand, how to leverage AI for efficiency. So we actually do very few coffee mornings for collaborations, for talks. We do a lot of, okay, this is a hardcore skill set we're going to learn. You have to know how to leverage AI or social media to promote your personal brand or to streamline efficiencies in your business. And then we can do a little bit of networking and get to know each other better, because I think that skill set, that entrepreneurial skill set is, it's not given, you know?
Yes.
It's something that needs to be mastered. And my call to all the gentlemen here, and I've done it so many times on social media, and just nothing happens.
Yes.
You've got communities here that represent thousands of women in this region already.
Yeah.
And we can't do it alone. You very often have the expertise, you've got the knowledge, how to write business plans for funding. right?
Yeah.
How to leverage our personal brand, social media, and all the different platforms, technology. We need people to mentor us and to train us. And those are actually very lucrative opportunities as well. You might come the first time and do 1 hour free speech, and then we will book you up for paid for services because they need it.
Yes. Okay, Kamila, thanks. Now, Linda, throughout your career, who inspired you or were your mentor or helped you? Because we learn with our mistakes. I think this is very important. Some stories, true stories, are very helpful and can help to other women, of course. And
I'm from a completely different generation.
Yes.
So I didn't really have women heroes or women who inspired me. This is always what I wanted to do.
Yes.
Be my own boss. That was my only inspiration. I want to be my own boss.
People in general.
So I come from very poor background, but I have great privilege in that I worked for Her Majesty the Queen. So she was a great inspiration. In that she saw everybody the same way. And one of the things that I learned, I'll give you 3 inspirations and 3 lessons I learned.
Yes.
From Her Majesty the Queen, I learned that, for example, when we would finish the project, whatever, I was in the communication and events department, so we organized the dinners for the royal guests from around the world, etc., prime ministers, heads of state. And whenever everything was ready, because it had to be ready to the centimeter, the knife 4 centimeters from the plate, what colors we were going to use, what colors meant in that culture, blah, blah, blah. She would always come down the stairs. We would stand against the wall. She would walk around the whole table, touch here, do that. And then she would get to the door and she would turn around and she would say, "Thank you for your service." She didn't have to say that. We were working for her, got paid. She always turned around and said, "Thank you for your service."
Yes.
It was my lesson for life.
Yes.
I'm always thankful, and I always say it out loud.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes.
for what you did for me.
Yes.
Thank you for your contribution.
Even if it
Thank you for
one
your
word.
service.
Yeah.
This is for life.
Yes.
If you learn this, you will always get on well.
Yes.
The other thing is that I learned at the palace was protocol. Protocol exists for a reason. It to facilitate communication between people with established rules and regulations. So if you learn the rules, you cannot go wrong. How to treat people, how to communicate, etc. Then I later had, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. I then worked with Mrs. Thatcher. I hated Mrs. Thatcher more than anything in the world. I still do. But she was also the woman from whom I learned most, because she was focused, organized, pre-planned everything, had a commanding presence.
Yes.
The moment she was elected, she thought about how she speaks, how she dresses, how she presents herself. She had vocal lessons. She had vocal training. I always say that having a successful company is learning how to dance with the client.
Yes.
You have to know what kind of music they hear so that you can learn what kind of dance you need to know before you can convince them to dance with you. So I learned with her that even before you go to the studio, and you know I work for CNN, so even before you go to the studio, what are you going to ask me? What color is the studio? What's the color of the background? So what I wear stands out and doesn't blend in so that I look like I died and nobody told me. Okay? So that is fundamental. Learn.
Yes.
Prepare before you go. Learn about the territory. Learn about the culture. Learn what people.
Yeah.
And then later on in Portugal, to give you a great man that I admire, you know, more than anything in the world. And if I had to choose between the husband and him, I would choose him. Because it's António Saraiva. António Saraiva was the president of the Business Confederation. A man who was known as the boss of the bosses. And his concept was to be one of the people to teach Portuguese society, that without entrepreneurs, there is no society.
Yeah.
Without people who invest their money, their life, their business to create jobs, to innovate, there is no country.
This
there is
deserves
no
an applause, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
Yay.
And he believes that the government is always saying, we did. No, they didn't. The entrepreneurs did it. The business community did it. Their job is just to get out of the way and let them do it. Okay, and so I learned from him that we all have to be part of raising our voices to defend what we do. Nobody will come and defend you. Let's defend ourselves.
Yes.
So 3 people who inspired me.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Simone,
Try to beat that.
how do you see
Sorry, it's just very hard to
Joke
top
between
that.
us.
how do you see
I
the
hope I-
future of your business in 5 years? Here in Portugal, in the Algarve, a few minutes ago you told me that you would like to come and live in the Algarve. Yes, I think it's
Yeah.
a very good
I
place.
mean, Algarve is a wonderful place.
Yeah.
I would totally move here. However, there's always something to do. And if you're maybe an entrepreneur, then you know that there is always another problem to solve. So being in this journey with SheSapiens actually has shown me that there are many other topics that we haven't addressed yet. And well, if you ask me where I want to be in 5 years, hell, I want to be the largest entrepreneurial network in the world for women. And yeah, that might sound crazy, but I always have been like that. I never chose the easy path. I always followed my dreams. And I think that what I've learned in the last 2 years, observing, like, say, the struggles that all these women had in Portugal, but also coming to Portugal and trying to integrate here, is financial literacy is a big topic. Until today, women haven't really mastered the art of how to deal with money, how to ask for money, and in general, how to ask for help. It's not only money, it's also mentorship.
Yes.
So I think these are the 2 big topics that I want to pursue, either integrated in SheSapiens or founding another business that addresses these challenges. Also, one of the topics that really occupies my time at the moment is to analyze how can we make a bridge between academia and entrepreneurship. Because I see many, many young, talented people here in Portugal that have amazing projects in university, and then they enter the labor market and all their creativity, all their innovation is gone, simply because there are not enough resources. They have to go abroad. They go to the big 5, and then they lose their motivation because they end up in burnout. So I think places like the Algarve, like Albufeira, are ideal because here we have both. We have the opportunity to work, we have the opportunity to practice and have a healthy lifestyle, we can go to the beach. And if we then meet people that encourage us and that maybe help a little bit with the resources, we can create like incubation hubs that foster entrepreneurship, that foster this innovation, and this is what I'm looking forward to. So, hell no, I'm not leaving Portugal.
Okay, thank you. We are short of time. One more question, please. Just in one word for all of you, please tell us the word that we can't forget to women that want to start or to continue their project, to not give up and keep always the motivation.
Ask for help.
Ask for help.
Not ask for help. I think we're
Okay.
really bad at
And
that.
we've got,
There are people to help.
yes, many communities that can help.
Absolutely.
Yes, here we can see. Linda, and yours?
2 words, strategic networking. Women do it so bad.
Oh my gosh, spot on.
After this, we will do better. Okay, Simone.
So true.
Authenticity, be yourself.
Yes. three great words, four great words to end this panel. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Yeah.